Hello everyone and welcome into Speaking of Diamonds. My name is Rich and I have something new today. This is a new company, and when I say new, I'm talking still wet behind the ears, still in the incubator, just hatched, whatever you want to say. This is a company that I ran across on TikTok. And they are so new that at the time when I ordered this, which it wasn't that long ago, they had artwork up on their site, but they didn't have renders for some of the pictures yet. And they were doing a live on TikTok, and I decided to stick around and see what they were talking about. And they seemed like a very nice young couple. And I thought, you know what, I want to see what they're doing when it comes to diamond painting and see how it stacks up to some of our probably more seasoned or our normal haunts, if you will, where we get our diamond paintings. So the name of this company, referring over to my notes here, is Pressed and Placed. And I will put a link down below. And the artist, Amber, she's a creative artist, lifelong cozy hobby enthusiast, and someone who could happily spend hours placing tiny sparkling drills one by one. That's our kind of person, right? And during the live, she had her, I believe it was her husband or boyfriend, significant other, whatever. He was even placing some drills as well. But she has always enjoyed diamond painting, and she decided to create Pressed and Placed to help others discover diamond painting. Now, all of their kits are licensed artwork. They make sure that their artists get compensated, and Amber is extremely open to feedback. When she's on the lives and stuff like that, she's talking about feedback they've received and things that they're changing because of feedback. So it's also, I thought, a really great opportunity to help out a brand new company. Since I've been diamond painting for a while, let them know a little bit about maybe what I think of their quality, if there's anything that can be improved or whatnot. So with all that said, what do you say we get into this? So I'm going to go ahead and open this up. And this came, as you can see, the box, like it's a standard diamond painting box, came wrapped in this shipping wrap, if you will. And I don't know, what do you think about the shipping wrap? Sometimes I've gotten boxes that arrive mangled, but at the same time, sometimes they arrive very nicely, and I'm sure it's a lot more inexpensive to ship the boxes like this. So here we have our box. Cool holographic images here of like some sparkles and stuff like that. DIY diamond painting, image up at the top of a diamond painting. Here we have some basic instruction, and then what's inside: one high definition premium quality canvas, one white tray, one drill pen, and one wax. Oops. And my other diamond painting wants to join us. Stay up there. So let me go ahead and open this up. Now this was, I forgot to look up exactly when I ordered this, but it has not been more than 2 weeks, I would say. And their items are made to order. And of course, this is the time of year that, all the shops are reminding you that their manufacturer shut down for Chinese New Year. So keep that in mind when you're ordering from anywhere, that, they're doing the best that they can, but they just can't get the product. So here's our toolkit. Looks pretty standard through the plastic. We have blue wax. We have a blue single placer stick pen. We have a pair of not too murdery tweezers, so that's good. You got a scrunchie there for the pen. Then we have, I think this is a 4 and a 7. Maybe a 7, does it say? I don't see it. Maybe a 7 placer, and then a small white tray. So you get everything that you need to start your diamond painting, even if you've never diamond painted before. Now, the first thing I can tell you is this is a really nice soft back canvas. And let's go ahead and unroll this. Now, I got this image of some seahorses because I like me some seahorses. And let me get everything unwound here. I'm doing this at the diamond desk rather than my dining room table, so I have a little bit of limited room, but I was so excited I wanted to get right into this. And you'll see why that's important towards the end of the video. So first thing, obviously, this is a poured glue canvas. We know that because of the clear plastic cover, so I could roll it backwards and things like I did. So let's take a look at the canvas itself. So around the edges, it is poked and scalloped. That is going to help avoid fraying. And I'm just looking to make sure that it's a clean cut all around. All right, you're gonna go away now. And it looks like it's clean and evenly cut. We have their logo up at the top, pressed and placed, and with a little moon and some sparkles there. Then we have on either side of the canvas, we have our schematic. So this image has 39 colors, and it is a square. And of those 39 colors, there are 3 ABs. I have to look to see what the Z, G, and the X mean. I'm going to assume that maybe that's a crystal and maybe a fairy dust, but we'll confirm that one when we get into the drills. Down here at the bottom, we have the dimensions. So this is a 40 by 50 centimeter square. It's called Underwater Friendship, and the artist is Amber Sproul, S-P-R-O-U-L. And then over here we have their information, their TikTok, their Instagram, and then their website. Now I will say, when I was shopping on their site, and again, I'll post the link down below, all of their images were sort of this mid-size diamond painting, which is fine, but I don't know that you could go there and necessarily find a giant diamond painting or something if that's what you're looking for. So here is our sticker sheet. So this is like a photo paper, yep. And we have all of our stickers right here. They're very clearly printed. We have the image, which we can cut out for our logbooks and whatnot, along with the dimensions, and then just how to diamond paint in sort of 6 different little panels here. Now, I'm just looking here. Sometimes when you have stickers that are on this photo paper, they're not always 100% clean cut, but these look okay. Sometimes I've actually ripped off other pieces of other labels because they're like not fully cut, but it seems pretty well cut there. So that is our sticker sheet, and here are our drills. So cool color palette, which is pretty true to the image that we see here. And these come in baggies, which I know a lot of people really like the baggies. You can kit up just by working out of the baggies, however you want to do that. I personally prefer the cellophane bags as opposed to the baggies, but that's just my preference, so that is not something I'm going to hold against them or whatnot. Now, before I get into the drills, I'm just taking a look at the drill field. Now, the first thing I will say is that they have the thinner plastic cover. It's not as thick as some of the other premium companies. That, you know, it's not a deal breaker, absolutely not. But I know some people are set off by crinkles. This doesn't really crinkle that much. It's not like the super thin plastic that I've seen on some kits. It's sort of like a, you know, midpoint between the super thin and the heavier piece. So I don't hate it. You know, I don't work with the plastic cover very much, so it's not going to bother me. But at least it's not that really loud, like this loud, because that gets really annoying. So let's go ahead and take a look at our drills. And it looks like our specials are over here, so I'm going to get those out. I think that's all of them. Nope, there's one over here. Okay, and let me just get out a random color here. So this is 996. So I'm just going to look at the drills through the bag here. And I can tell that these are resin drills, so that's good. Because I believe that they're advertised as that, so that's good. I don't see any trash. I do see just like one drill there with a little bit of a wing on it, but for the most part, these look pretty clean in the bag, but more on the drills in a little bit. And let's take a look and see what our specials are. So, how does this work? Okay, here, this is number 1, and this is up here, and this is K, and this looks like this is a metallic. It's a silver metallic. So we have a silver metallic, and then we have number 39. This is a fairy dust, so ZG is fairy dust. I'm curious to know, does that stand for anything? I have to look around for that. This is DMC 890. It's like a really dark, maybe pine green with a beautiful mica powder top on it. That's sort of a silverish mica powder. That's really cool. Then we have a straight drill, and we have number 38, which is Fairy Dust 606, so a nice bright red color here, again with the same type of mica powder on the top of it. Then ZG 307, this really bright yellow here with the Fairy Dust coating. Whoa, this is different. XC001. I'm going to have to ask, what does XC stand for? So these are almost like a translucent drill that has glitter on it. It's like a gold, primarily gold, but also some iridescence to it with the glitter. I know it's glitter because it's thicker than the mica powder that's on the fairy dust drills, but this is almost this almost looks like see-through. You know, that's going to be interesting, because I'm going to be interested to know, is the symbol going to show through? But we'll take a look at that. But maybe XC means glitter. Maybe that's it. 959AB, so we have AB coating here, this nice sort of sea green color. 907AB, this is sort of this later avocado green, perhaps, with the AB coating. And then 550AB, and this is like a deep purple grape with the AB coating. Looks really cool. A lot of blue flashes and some green and red flashes that is showing off. This color is showing off the AB coating very nicely. So I'm going to go ahead and find out where these are placed on the canvas, and I'll come back and we can take a look at the placement or where the special drills are charted into the canvas. So I'll be right back. Okay, phew, that was a lot easier than when I normally try and find where all the special drills go on larger canvases. This one was a piece of cake. So let's go ahead and take a look to see where these special drills are falling on the canvas. So here we have Fairy Dust 890. So this is going to be in the seagrass here, the seaweed, if you will. It is looks to be probably the darkest green that's in here, and it just sort of snakes its way through the floating seaweed here and all the way up even to here. So all down here at the bottom in the seaweed. Then we have 550. This one, interesting enough, it's like a couple here, and that's all I was able to find. It's just a couple in here. There's two, there's one, there's two, there's one. So like the smallest of smattering of AB drills in the fin of the seahorse here. I'm sure it'll look nice, but that's, you know, it's a not a lot of spaces for a special drill. It's like, could this have been better planned out to do a different color as a special or something? I don't know, but I'm sure it'll look nice. It's just weird to get a bag of drills for literally less than 10, what appears to be less than 10 spots for it. So then we have 307, this bright yellow fairy dust. So this is wherever you see the yellow in the seahorse, but also some of the bubbles are yellow, and even there's even some over here on the back of this seahorse. There's a bubble up there. So the parts here sort of that face each other are going to have this nice fairy dust color going on. Here we have ZG606, and this is going to be sort of the darker red spots here. It's also in the face of this seahorse and along its back. Okay, so again, a lot of fairy dust going on in the seahorses themselves. I'm going to leave this one to last. This is 959 AB, and this primarily looks to be, it's in the fin of this seahorse here. It also seems to be in the water, just like up in here. Let me look. And then anywhere that you see sort of these lighter blue, there's some of this AB drill mixed in here. So, you know, spreading out across the canvas a little bit in order to provide some balance. And then I do see some up here in the very upper corner as well. Then we have ZG307, so another AB drill. And this, did I say 307? I meant 907. This is going to be, it sort of looks like a mid-range green in the I want to say, I'm saying seagrass, but it's not seagrass. It's seaweed. Seaweed. There we go. Words are hard. So we have it here. We have it a little bit in the top fin here of this seahorse. Let's see. I don't see any there. But it's this lighter green that you see in the grass here. Okay? And that's going to look nice with 890. So let's see. Are these next to each other anywhere? I'm looking for a heart and a plus sign. Yeah. I mean, they're pretty close up here. So that's going to be a really nice contrast between the lighter green AB and the darker green fairy dust. And then we have this silver metallic is what it looks like to me, or yeah, it's like a silver metallic. And this is not in the eye where you would think it, but there's a handful here in this fin. And then literally there looks to be one in this fin. So again, I don't mind placing just a handful of drills somewhere, okay? But could money be better spent maybe using a different color, something a little bit more prominent, or just eliminating the special drill altogether? Here's some down here at the tail end of this seahorse, and down here as well. So we'll see how that works into the mix. Now this one is sort of this translucent looking glitter drill. And like I said, it does look to be a gold glitter, but it is giving off some iridescent sparkle, which is sort of cool. So this is XC001. So this is going to be anywhere you see a white stripe on the seahorse, that's going to be this translucent glitter drill. There's also just a couple highlights around the canvas, plus there's a couple bubbles up here that is going to be this glitter drill as well. Okay, so you know, pretty nicely balanced. There's also there's the eyeballs, like the pupils, are that drill as well. There are also 4 squares together, so perfect for if you want to use some type of quad cube or something like that, if you'd like to add some enhancements to your painting. There's also a number of, like, just here's 2 by 2, 2 by 2, 2 by 2. There's a bunch of 2 by 2 bubbles, which you could use quad cubes for as well. Or of course, as I said, bubbles. You know, that bubbles always look cool on an underwater picture as well. All right, so let me check out. The canvas feels nice and heavy. The glue is gluing. So what I'm going to do now, since this is, I don't want to do just an unboxing of this, of the paintings, I want to actually check out to see how the paintings, how they work up a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and place some drills, get some drills on the canvas, and I'll be right back. Hello and welcome back. Here we are at our drills on canvas section of the peek at this new company, Pressed and Placed. So I did, admittedly, the smallest bit of the corner here, and I tried to make sure that I would be placing drills next to each other. I tried out the ABs, the fairy dusts, even the glitter. There's a glitter drill right there, and here's what I think. So the drills, super clean, no problem with the drills whatsoever. They give me a nice amount of sparkle here. The glue seems to be a little soft. Let me explain what I mean by that. And when I did this section, I diamond painted just like I normally would, you know, using a pen that I normally would, but I had dropped a drill, and what I wanted to do, or what I did, was I, you know, pushed down on it and I moved it across, you know, to get it to where I needed it to be. So I drug it through the glue. It felt like I was dragging it through gum. Okay, now, is that bad? Not necessarily. The glue, it's holding. It's not super sticky. I almost rather it be more on the glue side than something that the second you put something down, it takes like a crane to move, because the glue is so strong. The symbols is totally clear. The only observation, and this is purely an observation, and this is only my observation,
And I've seen this with other companies, including large companies, okay? It's almost like the drill field, they make it slightly too large because won't see it on camera here. And, if I haven't had my light pad on this entire time, let me see, it's probably going to be even more obvious, at least to me, when I turn this on. I don't know. Let me try and kill this light up here and see. The drills are sort of floating. They're not tight. They're not tight up against each other. Now, like I said, that's an observation. I've seen it with other companies. Now, this is a good thing, bad thing. I don't know. It's just a thing. All right. Because one of the reasons that I personally like squares is that you can butt them up against each other. So as long as you start with a straight line, you can keep butting up against that straight line and you have straighter lines. Here, my lines aren't butted up against each other. And even when I was placing, I have my 6 placer from DAC, which actually holds 7. When I would, get my 7 drills on my pen in the tray and put it down, it's like there would be just the slightest, maybe the 1/4 of the last symbol showing from peeking out from behind the last drill that was placed. So why would they make a drill field that's a little too big? Couple reasons. Number one, as your diamond painting ages, the glue will cure and it will restrict, compress a little bit. So that way here, if you have a larger grid, your drills aren't pushing up against each other and potentially popping off of your canvas. The other reason that, because I've also seen the opposite where you have a drill field that is too tight. And what happens then is when you place a fairy dust or a AB or any type of, these specialty drills that have some type of coating on the outside of the painting, they are like the thinnest hair wider than a normal drill. Okay, so think about it. If here's my hand and my other hand, they're relatively the same way. Now I coat this one in let's say I stick it in peanut butter and then I sprinkle glitter on it. So I have like a fairy dust hand, okay? That peanut butter or the glue or whatever I've dunked it in has added some space, some width, some area to my hand. So if you were to measure to the most minute measurement whatsoever, you would find that this hand would be a little bit bigger. And I've had that happen where the drills are beautiful, putting it in there, they're snapping. One of the things I love about this square is the snap. I'm not getting snaps here because they're not snapping in against each other. But you have that perfect tight drill field, and then the minute you put an AB in, everything else becomes misaligned because that AB is just ever so slightly thicker than the other drills, and it just sort of throws off the rows, throws off the spacing, or even ends up in popped drills. So if I had to choose super tight drill or a loose drill field or a looser drill field, I'm going to pick a looser drill field. Now, I guess I would label that just as feedback, and the shop owner may go, yeah, I chose to do that because that's how I want, the images, and that's fine. Okay, it's just an observation. But otherwise, just like I said, the symbols were clear. The drills behaved fantastic. I had one drill that I threw out, that I put in the trash, because it had like the corner of the drill was chipped off. One drill. But so yeah, that's Drills on Canvas for Pressed and Placed, brand new diamond painting company. And this painting is called, again, Underwater Friendship. It's by Amber Sproul. It is a 40 by 50 square. It has 38 colors, which includes 1, 2, 3 ABs, 1 glitter, and then 3 fairy dusts. And all in all, would I purchase from Pressed and Placed again? Sure, if they had artwork that I liked. You know, I'm a little bit more, I'm not going to say particular, but I don't like a lot of the artwork that's out there. So like this one appealed to me because I like seahorses. I think there was one other painting that I was like, oh, I could get 2, but I'm like, no, just start with 1. So as they continue to sign new artists, I certainly am most likely going to check them out. And what I'm going to do is, first of all, anytime that I do a new painting, I'm going to do a Drills on Canvas section, so that, because I don't want to be like, oh, look at this new company, blah, 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 and then the drill field is crap, or the drills are crap. You know, that doesn't work. So I know I didn't do a lot, but if you have been diamond painting for a while, you know, within this many drills, you pretty much know if you're going to be able to really make it through the canvas or not. And in this instance, I can say that I would be able to make it through this canvas. So go ahead and check them out. I will link them down below, Pressed and Placed. They are also on TikTok and Instagram. They do lives on TikToks periodically, but go ahead and check them out. And the other thing I wanted to mention, let me go back to their site here. As I said, everything was, you know, licensed and whatnot. The price point on these is, in my opinion, pretty good. So let's see, we have a 40 by 50, and a lot of their paintings are available in both round or square. So this is a 40 by 50 Cosmic Kitty is $39.99. You have, here's a larger one. This is an 80 by 45, round or square, making sure it's the same, $74.99. Let me see. That's a pretty normal size. 40 by 50, again, $39.99. So their price point is very good. I would say almost on the lesser expensive side, but that's okay. Who doesn't want to have a nice little, a good painting for a good licensed painting for a very, very fair price. So I hope that helped. Go check them out. And as always, I will talk to you next time we are Speaking of Diamonds. Have a good one.